No, I can't believe it either. No, I got a big fat bill from AT&T. Yeah, from the forefathers. Well, no, they expect this tourney to go worldwide. You know, they want total exposure. And I can't rely on them to pay for a freaking phone bill from AT&T? I mean, come on. Well, I know it should sell itself, but it's not, bud. It's not that easy. Well, I thought you had this worked out with them already. All right, bud. Yeah, well, I'm going to take care of it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have Peg do it. Yeah, thanks for nothing. Remember, we're on in 10 minutes, so you better be here. Thank you. Hey, Peg. Peg, I'm going to wipe my ass with this bill. And I want you to send it to the forefathers with my regards, okay? Well, do it. Chop, chop. This against that. Loney and Bugby together. What is it? Peg? Phone? Well, who is it? Forefathers. Yes, sir. Yes, well, I have a question for you. No, sir. I have not heard the news. No, sir, but yes. But, really? Tournament going from 16 members to 14 players. Well, who's out? Bugby? Ratto? Poconos? What? Well, sir, we're on in 10 minutes. Yes, no, I understand. Yes, sir, yes, sir. About that, when I was going to talk to you? No, sir, don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about that. That was our mistake on this end. So, we got a lot to film. Oh, thank you. You're a great man. Bye-bye. Where's Bud? Where's Bud? Well, I understand that, Kumar. My issue is this bill was supposed to be sent to the forefathers. Yes, the forefathers. I don't know their name. But it's a big bill. I can't pay for this. What contract? Great. That's just great. Thank you. Send me an email with the new contract. Thank you. Goodbye. Hank. Is he here? Well, send him in, yes. Welcome back to the Menstown Minute, everybody, where we take just a little more than a minute to discuss all things Menstown. And tonight, I have some breaking news. News that will affect each and every one of the Menstown competitors. With just over 2 weeks away, Twain Hart awaits. So without any further ado, allow me to introduce you my friend and colleague, Bud. Come on out here. Hey, Bud.
Hey,
how
Bud,
are you?
Good to see you, pal. Good to be back with the team.
Indeed, indeed.
Yes, sir. Big night, big night.
Well, I'm a little tense right now, Bud. We have some major news.
Okay.
Just after we spoke about that business problem, I got a call from the forefathers. And,
Did you?
Yes. And apparently, our competition pool has dropped from 16 to 14. Ratto and Bugby will be going to the Poconos for some buddy love.
The Poconos. What a beautiful place.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a big show for you nonetheless. The show must go on, so Bud, let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Interesting, this being our second trip around the Scrolls.
Yeah.
excitement that these competitors must be feeling. I mean, everything's been worked out to various percentages. Dom Hilligus, 23% chance of getting the first pick, down to Benny, the #1 ranked player,
Yeah.
6% chance.
Well, obviously, don't have all my new numbers updated here. I was prepared to do a 16-man draft selection show.
Indeed, indeed. It really did skew the amount of scrolls.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I'm a little shocked. I mean, Bugby coming off such a major year for him, getting to that final, of course knocking over the Cups and blowing his chance, but still, you'd think he's looking for some redemption. He jumped up 4 slots in the rankings. He's going to the Poconos with Ratto. I didn't even know those guys had feelings for each other.
No, it's really unbelievable.
A couple of butterballs just rolling in the sand.
Make sure
I'm really happy for him, to be honest.
Let's hope they bring the flour.
Wow.
I think that,
okay.
Along those lines, yes, Bugby did have a great opportunity to get his name on the Cup last year, and then to completely ditch out on the tournament this year. This is a shame. And then Ratto, everybody, I know DT's chose him pretty early in last year's draft. Ratto didn't show up. Maybe he was trying to find an escape route.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ratto been a bit of an underachiever, as we touched on last show. I mean, he doesn't have too many wins in Menstown under his belt.
No, he does not.
This could have been a year for him to make a mark. I think he would have went high in the draft. But, he's going to be sunning himself and rubbing himself in oil with his friend. I think that's great news, too.
But that said, if there was ever an all-star referee for Menstown, Ratto would be it.
He was a hell of a bocce ball setup man.
He would be going to the Pro Bowl.
One thing that comes to mind, though, Bud, now that that the rankings have been adjusted, Paul Reyes sounds like he's going to get squeezed out of the top 8, now the top 7.
Well thought of. I couldn't believe it when I actually had to take his name off the pickers list to the pickees list. And
wow,
this guy, I mean, there's so much hope for this horse, but this horse just can't seem to get out of the stables. He gets chosen #1 last year. Is he going to get chosen #1 again this year?
Yeah, well, I mean, we know now that the Hilligus has the best chance of getting his scroll pulled here and getting the #1 choice. Paul Reyes looks like maybe an obvious now to go 1 again this year.
Wow.
That could be a matchup of 2 guys that might end up back in the cellar.
Well, I have had the opportunity to talk with Hilligus about his performance, prior performances, and his feelings about the upcoming Menstown. This is a guy who has a lot to prove.
Yeah.
Is he going to prove it? We'll see. But is he going to come with his head on his shoulders and not go swimming with Jim Beam? We'll see. You know, but
we'll break down these players as they get their names pulled and put up here. But yeah, I think Hilligus cleaned it up a little last year. He performed better, but he has a long way to go to get back into that winner's circle.
Oh, he most certainly does. And I think a lot of long shots here. The scrolls will be just another rung in the ladder, because obviously Friday night, I think that's March 8th, the men are going to get together for a thing called the War Room.
Yep.
And they're going to call in these prospective draft picks one by one and field them with questions. The intensity is just going to be that much higher, because without Ratto and Bugby, who were in the bottom half, this is really going to be a top-heavy field, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, again, tonight what we're going to be doing is pulling these scrolls out here and finding out who the captains are going to be in that war room. Who's going to have that 1 and that 2 pick, and really going to take a close look at those guys. Because we know the guys at the bottom, maybe with two picks there, don't really have a lot of options there. I think their questions might be a little feathery. Those top guys, those captains in the room, there's going to be some bullets on both brows there.
Well,